My name is Paula Rowe, and this is Global Unified Breathing. And today's a really special show. As you can see from the banner where I'm at right now, and if you just so happen to be in the neighborhood, you could stop by. If you're in Naples, 600 Godlet Road, Naples, Goddess I Am Healing and Arts Center, and I'm really appreciative and really happy to be here and talking about breathwork in Florida. So join me here or stop by the store and just say hi. So welcome to the show. This show is our all about breathwork. Our intention with this show is to create more awareness about the power of our own breath, about this divine energy, this source, this creation from the direct heart of our Creator. We are all breathing one breath. We are all breathing the holy breath, and that awareness became on its own a very profound shift internally inside me when I realized that the power of our breath is not just to keep us physically moving and being animated in this world. It is also the glue that brings together the alchemy, the magic within us to wake us up, to enlighten us, and help us to evolve out of the untruths that are within us. So this show has been about many different types of breath work, but today we're going to continue where we've been in our 7 attributes of the Christed consciousness, and meditate and talk a little further on that. And thank you for joining me. So, like usual, if you would close your eyes and just take a deep breath. I've got a bowl here. Deep breath. Our intention for breath work is to create an internal house, a sanctuary within us where the spirits of the Christed consciousness reside and permeate our heart, our mind, and our bodies in all ways. Take a deep breath. In perfect alignment to the universal law of one and the law of structures, in divine alignment to our highest expression and spiritual purpose, in God's sovereign free. We ask now for the houses, the internal houses that reside within us. Beloved God, we request in our heart and we pray to create the house for the Christed conscious, to purify the mind, body, and heart for the Spirit of Christ. Further, we request to dismantle the houses of ego and to evict the imposter spirits and replace them with the attributes in the houses of Christ consciousness. I state my authority and intention to be of service to God and to build a strong relationship with my inner spiritual light and crystals. For a moment, just allow those words and visualize and feel the quality of the 7 houses. The first house that we talked about was the house of purity. And in the house of purity, we dismantle the houses of lust and addiction, and we evict the spirit of lust and addiction, and we call in purity, and we ask for help to build this house of purity and live with ethics in our mind and body and align with the Christic consciousness. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. The second was the house of patience. We dismantle wrath, rage, and anger, and we evict these out of us. We call in the spirit of patience, and we ask our Creator, build this house of patience within me, in my mind and body, and align me with the Christ consciousness. Take a deep breath. Beautiful bowl. Next is the house of generosity, and we dismantle greed, and we evict the spirit of greed, and we call in the spirit of generosity. We ask our Creator to help build the house of generosity in the internal chamber, in the caldron, which is our solar plexus, where the alchemy happens. We ask our Creator, build the house of generosity in my mind and my body, and align me to the Christ consciousness. Take a deep breath. The next one is the house of kindness, dismantling the house of envy and jealousy, evicting the spirit of envy and jealousy, the imposter, and calling in kindness. We ask our Creator to help us build the alchemy of kindness within the sacred cauldron, permeating our mind and body and aligning us with the consciousness of the crystalline, Christed energy. Take a deep breath. Thank you. The next one is dismantling gluttony and waste. So we evict the gluttony and the waste and call in the spirit of discipline and conservation. And we ask our Creator to build this house of discipline and conservation. And we ask God to help build the house in our mind, in our body, aligned with the Christed spirit, the Christed consciousness, the crystalline, collective Christed consciousness. So breathing in, deep breath, in, filling the sacred cauldron with discipline, conservation, deep breath. Another deep breath. Thank you. Dismantling the house of discouragement and laziness, evicting the spirit that encompasses the laziness and discouragement. Call in the spirit of diligence. We ask our Creator to help us build this house of diligence in the mind and the body aligned with the Christed consciousness. Take a deep breath. Breathing into the sacred cauldron. Keep breathing. Keep your eyes closed. Thank you. Dismantling the house of pride and self-importance. Dismantling all of it. Evicting the spirit within us of pride and self-importance. Allowing this to happen. Calling in the spirit of humility. Deep breath. Encompassing all those energies of humility, sacred humility. And we ask our Creator for us to remember to build this house of humility in our mind, in our body, and align with the Christ Spirit, the collective Christed consciousness. Deep breath, breathe into the cauldron, the spirit of humility, bringing it all together with all the other houses, encompassing now the 7 spirits of the Christed consciousness. Surrender and acceptance. We have evicted all those attributes that stand in our way of creating the sacred alchemy, bringing in and being a pillar of the crystalline Christed consciousness. Keep breathing. So as we keep your breath going, there is no count, there is no rhythm, just your own natural rhythm of your own breath that meets with the pulse of the universe. If you close and focus just on the breath, the in-breath, the holy breath, the breath of God coming within, that animates us, that brings in that crystalline energy, you will feel the rhythm that is naturally yours. Be mindful of the exhale. Be mindful of your inhale, being present to the presence of your breath, where it is, how deep it goes. Just keep breathing, nice and easy. Breathing and visualizing the quality of coming together with all 7 spirits of the Christed energies in the sacred cauldron within your body. Allow yourself to visualize these qualities. And now I want you to feel each one of them as a white garment, a flowing light wraps itself around you and surrounds the entire body. The spirit of purity, generosity, patience, kindness, discipline, conservation, diligence, and humility. Let's center ourselves with our breath and take one really, really deep breath and hold it as long as you can. Hold it. Center yourself in the presence of your own breath and welcome this most holy, divine breath, the breath of God, as we bow internally to our mighty I Am Presence. With deep reverence and gratitude, we welcome our awareness of the breath of life. We welcome the one breath because this breath exists in all. It is from the ether of the gods that with the light and the fragments reflect back at us the breath and the light. We become present to the body, receiving this light, and we acknowledge the intelligence and the sacredness of this breath. Full presence to just the breath. Everything else, no boundaries, no barriers, just breath. Building the temple within, building into the self, becoming the breath. It's divinity permeating every cell of your body. Each cell receiving the great truth of the holy breath. The great truth of the holy breath. We are filled with the light and the love. We are humbled beyond, for we know we agree to all in service to the light. And the Lord and the legions of light, mighty I am presence, we are infinite. And we now know we are complete and whole, taking full, deep breath. We are infinite. We are infinite worth. Nothing you have ever done, can do, or will do will ever take away that truth. You are infinite worth, and you are enough, and you are complete, and you are capable. Lean into the energy, the innocence of the Christed consciousness exploding within the cauldron and pushing itself out from the body temple. We are now responsible for this energy. Keep breathing, keep breathing. It's all yours, all of it. You are infinite and you are enough. The waves of the golden diamond particles of light as we breathe into the light that is reflected within us. The prisms send out from the body temple. All those attributes that we've been working on for the last 7 weeks are now what surrounds us, engulfs us. It's like a robe that we wear around us. The more conscious we breathe into this, present to the presence of my breath, the more I bring my awareness into this, the more it lights up, and it keeps lighting up. In the spirit of creation, as we connect with the creative forces of the universe, your own creativity expands and thrives. Keep breathing, aware of the breath, the holy breath, the breath of God. Remember what we've learned. Keep breathing nice and easy. So, thank you for joining me, and for those that have been here during the entire 7 weeks of this whole bringing the Christed energy in. And so today, here's where I am. Goddess I Am Healing and Art Center, Naples, Florida. If you're in the area, please stop by, say hi. I'm really grateful for the waters, the purity of being around the water, the sacredness of being around the water. It's really beautiful. It is the spark that brings out the creation in me even more. So remember to set your timers 3 times a day. Bring your consciousness to your breath, full breath. We bow internally in gratitude and appreciation for the breath from the source, from the center of the multiverse, that we breathe this in, that we are here to complete whatever mission we said we would do. In order to do that, we need to let go of what we're not so we can be what we are. And so every week, little by little, the breath leads us out of the darkness into the light, into the stellar light, into the light of the stellar creation. Remember, 3 times a day when your alarm goes off, just sit for 5 minutes and focus on the breath. Global unified breathing is all about permeating this energy out into the globe and unifying us all in the awareness that we are one breath, and that breath is source light, creation, all of life, all particles, all energy, all of it in the breath. And hopefully you'll get to experience that awareness in your consciousness. Breathing, always visualize, if you can remember, to carry a piece of paper with the 7 attributes on. This is really important, and by now, those of you that have been with me the whole time will be feeling some type of shift in awareness being brought. This is just another tool in the toolbox of breath work. It's just another way to house in the collective, the Christed consciousness, and doing our part. From Goddess I Am Healing and Art Center, this is Global Unified Breathing. My name is Paula Rowe. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to go over to the website, Global Unified Breathing, and sign up as a member. Also send me a message if you've got anything that you'd like to say, any comments or any questions about breath work. So until next week, I love you all.